Welcome to Loop TV. I'm your host, Gene Munster. Our topic today is Zillow earnings preview. A little bit about philosophy around companies' quarterly reports. This is Loop investment philosophy. It's important that we check in with the companies. It's important that they do these reports, but it is just one data point along what we see as investing arcs over years. We're patient investors. And so we always need to take that context when we go into a quarter. The stock could be up big, could be down big, could be sideways, but we just want to make sure that we anchor the updates in whatever our long-term trajectory is here. In this case, it is Zillow's opportunity. They have great opportunity along with Opendoor to really fundamentally change how residential real estate is transacted. That specifically is around iBuying, Zillow taking the top of the funnel that they strongly own and starting to slowly educate people that they can sell their home on Zillow. And over time, that is a massive market. It's not just a 6% commission to brokers. There is about 15% in total value in fees, whether it is title insurance, moving expenses, some updates to the home, initiating a mortgage. And so it's just much more involved. Zillow can ultimately bring all of that online. When we put all this together, our opinion is that this company can be 3x bigger in terms of market cap over the next 5 years. So that is our outlook, a 5-year outlook. I'm going to shift gears and talk about the quarter and bring 3 points that we're going to be closely watching. First is, do they have any change in their commentary around what the home market looks like in 2021? Back on December 18th, the company's research team put out a report suggesting that home sales, the units would be up 22% in 2021. Other analysts' expectations are all over the board. Freddie Mac, I think, is expecting flat this year. And then on top of that, they're expecting, I think, pricing appreciation of close to 10% in 2021. Also, everybody's all over the board on that. I think the range is between plus 4% and plus 10%. So that's the first piece, is the update. I would mention, though, when you think about the tight inventory levels, I'm sure that's going to come up, is that tech has been allowing people to more efficiently find homes, and that reduces the time that homes are on the market. So it's less about current inventory, more about total velocity of homes sold. Second topic is the IMT, kind of premier agent margins. Last quarter, they had some upside there. They suggested that over time, those margins should go down as they invest in the business. And they guided to kind of low 40% for the December quarter, and the street, I think, is essentially kind of in that ballpark. Either way, if there's upside to it, I would say it's not sustainable. Good news, but really don't put too much into it. And if there's downside to that number, they did what they said they're going to do. So that would be my perspective. The third piece on this is the home buying market. This is iBuying. This is the segment which ultimately can be a much bigger part, really the substance of the Zillow story longer term. And we expect them to sell kind of around 845 homes in the quarter, call it 850. I think it was like around 550 in the September quarter. That's not our expectation. That is the street's expectation of how many homes sold. And I think, whether this number is positive or negative, it's still just really small compared to where it's going. And there's about 5.5 million homes sold in 2020. And so it's still nascent, just doesn't quite describe it. So I wouldn't put too much weight in that number one way or the other. I mean, if it's a blowout or it's zero, that would be something. But if it's kind of in a 600 to 1,000 range, I think it's kind of all more or less tracking to plan. So those are the near-term details. And again, we are long-term investors. We don't put too much in the stock action immediately after they report up, down, or sideways. We want to try to pick these massive disruptive trends. And we think that Zillow is going to be leading the charge here in residential real estate. We're going to report back after the earnings hit. Until then, I'm Gene Munster, and bye for now.